Meanwhile, Minister with responsibility for aviation, the Honorable Dionisio de Aguilar, says the airline continues to absorb costs associated with covering unprofitable routes and employee retention. He told Parliament during his contribution to the budget debate yesterday that the cost of servicing the islands stands at approximately $3 million. And despite that, it's remained an affordable service.
Bahamas Air would wish to increase domestic fares to cover ever-increasing costs. But given the challenging economic circumstances, the government has asked the airline to maintain current airfares on domestic routes. That's a cost. A $20 fare increase across the board on domestic fares would provide an additional $3.5 million to Bahamas Air, which would improve the bottom line and decrease the subvention. So the government is asking it, keep the prices down. There's a cost associated with that. The government is expected to cover that. Bahamas Air currently employs over 650 persons. It is unquestioned that the airline is overstaffed. But again, the government has instructed that there be no major downsizing at Bahamas Air. Instead, the company has had to utilize attrition that has resulted in a reduction of payroll costs by approximately $1.3 million in the current year.
Mr. de Aguilar also detailed new flights which will help boost Family Island arrivals.
Bahamas Air, beginning in April 2018, will start a 4-day weekly service to the island of Bimini in support of tourism movement for World Resorts Bimini, other hotels, and Bahamians traveling to the U.S. Rotations will be between Miami and Bimini. Bahamas Air will also commence once weekly service for Club Med between Miami and San Salvador, starting October 2018, using its Boeing 737 service. So what will happen is the foreign visitors will fly from Paris, I believe it is, into San Salvador. There'll be a Bahamas Air flight waiting for them to connect them up to Nassau if they want to explore other islands in the Bahamas or want to go onward into the United States. Before they would fly into San Salvador and the connections did not line up, we're now intending to line that up so when they land there, they can either stay in San Salvador or go onward to Nassau and to other destinations in the Bahamas.